It says continue, right?
LeeOlive, it's good to see you.
It's very good
It's
to
a
see
rare
you.
No
that I
talking,
get a
no
chance to
talking,
see
no
that wonderful
talking,
smile. Now,
no
why does my
talking.
brother look so familiar? Oh,
No talking, Ademola.
okay.
You know, I can reach from C to E, and I can't play the piano. I have a book, piano for the older beginner.
That's what I use too.
I guess I should come in with it. All right.
Good afternoon, Harlem and Harlems of the world. I am Terri Wisdom, and this is Harlem Network News coming to you live. As many of you know, Harlem Network News is a new media platform. We have been on the air since the onset of COVID, and it has been quite a journey. We have been with you through it all, through the pandemic, the health pandemic of the coronavirus, through the killing of so many Blacks, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and the list continues. And the Juneteenth, March on Washington, which is coming up again, the African American Day Parade, Harlem African American Day Festival. I mean, it has just been a journey. The election, the insurrection, and now we are still here. COVID-19 is still here, and our work has been more important than we ever imagined. You know, making sure that Harlem is informed. We are the voice and the drumbeat of Harlem. We continue today. We have some iconic Harlem figures here with us. We have with us, as we are celebrating Harlem Week, which is really Harlem Month. We have the iconic Harlem artist, and that is Ademola Olugebefola is here. We also have Harlem Diva, LeeOlive Tucker, and her partner, and I'm going to let him introduce himself, but we're going to get started. There's a great, you know, as you know, it is Harlem Week, and the big events are happening on 135th tomorrow and Sunday. But there was Harlem Stage yesterday, and you know, we had performances which LeeOlive and them were a part of. So I'm just going to introduce everybody. Ademola, please introduce yourself and just briefly let us know who you are and whose you are, and then we'll go to you all. Okay, thank you, Ademola.
Well, my name is Ademola Olugebefola. I'm a practicing artist, designer, and some people even call me an activist. And I have been practicing my multimedia expressions, which include painting, large-scale murals, graphics, illustration. All of these things are part of my repertoire. And I've been practicing for quite a number of years now, over half a century. And I've been fortunate to, number one, be a Harlemite, beginning my career, really.
Ademola, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we kind of lost your video for a minute. So if you would just share with us again, that would be great.
You lost my video?
Yeah, we can see you now.
Can you see me now?
Yes, we absolutely can. We absolutely can.
Okay. I was saying my name is Ademola Olugebefola, and I'm a practicing artist, fortunate to be a Harlemite, beginning my career really in Harlem back in the 60s, along with the way you see artists in the 20th century creators. Okay. And I'm currently still very active. Art is like breathing to me. So I'm always creating something. And I've been fortunate to be representing Harlem in many exhibitions and museums and cultural centers and galleries all over the country and even into the Caribbean and Europe from time to time. And well, Terri, you and I go back way, way back to the days of Kwanzaa, and of course, you being media, knowing our mutual friend Cliff Frazier. So that's who I am. I'm a practicing artist. Some people even regard me as an activist because I am always trying my best to promote other artists and promote the whole idea of Black culture, Black civilization, and Black creativity.
Okay. Well, thank you. That was a good introduction and really letting us know who you are and whose you are. I am Terri Wisdom. This is Harlem Network News, and we are a new media platform. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, harlemnetworknews.com. We recently joined Clubhouse, and we are also just started our newsletter, which is Harlem Network News, newsletter, which comes out twice a week. So we're very excited about the work that we are doing. I want to go ahead, LeeOlive, please introduce yourself. You all introduce yourself and tell us who you are and whose you are, and a little bit about your great performance at the Harlem stage yesterday. So go right ahead. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Terri Wisdom. You have one of the most iconic artists of Harlem on today. And I was blessed to actually meet Ademola, Olugebefola, when I was only 13 years old, because he was part of the 20th Century Creators. And Wayusi Asana came out of that. And my mother, LeeOlive Tucker, and Jamisio Benjoko were the founders of the 20th Century Creators. So at age 13, going on 14, I found myself surrounded by all these wonderful artists and all their beautiful works. And Abdul Rahman and Ademola and the Duval brothers and Aziz and just a whole bunch of talented people were around me, and they fed my spirit. And I was absolutely over the moon when they allowed me, a 14-year-old, to publish some of my poetry in their journal. And that just made me know, okay, I'm an artist too. So I just kept going from there. But they gave me quite a jump start on being founded and grounded in the fact that I was an artist. And the young man sitting next to me is going to introduce himself. His name is Kenny, and he is quite a talent. And he can tell you from whence he came, because I am a Harlemite, so that's why they call me the Harlem Diva. But he is an import, and he has done quite well for himself. Introduce yourself, sir.
Well, thank you, LeeOlive. Hello, my name is Kenny Allen Smith, and thank you, Ms. Wisdom, for having me and LeeOlive today. We're excited to be here. As she said, I'm not a native Harlemite. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, originally, but I've been here in Harlem, New York for almost 12 years, so I'm official now. And I am an actor, singer, dancer, and I play piano. LeeOlive sang with my group, Kenny Smith, Peace and Serenity, gospel choir yesterday at the State Office building. And she led a song, which is probably the most iconic gospel song of all time, called Oh Happy Day. And the people were shouting out in the plaza, listening to her sing, and they came up and talked about her and the woman that sang Oh Happy Day. One man was even dancing while we were singing. And so anyway, we did an eclectic mix of music. We had gospel. Since I'm in theater, I put some show tunes in there from the Broadway musical Ain't Misbehavin' and The Wiz. And of course, I wrote an original song, Miss Wisdom, for our neighborhood, and it's called Harlem.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I'm very excited to say, oh yeah, go to YouTube and type in 3 words, Kenny Smith Harlem, just 3 words, Kenny Smith Harlem, and you'll hear the song and see the video that we did. Thank you. About the neighborhood. The song has been selected as the theme song or the opening welcome song for Harlem Week this year, Miss Wisdom.
Wow. All right. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
That is amazing. Okay, so when have we already heard it on Harlem Week? Or
yes, it was yesterday at 5:30 because the rain delayed it. It was supposed to be 5 o'clock, but we had a thunder shower that just came up out of nowhere and blew away just right out of nowhere.
Right.
So just when we were ready to walk on the stage, we were lined up to go up the steps, boom, crash, boom, boom, boom. And it rained and it blew so hard that they had to take the cymbals down because they were afraid the cymbals were going to blow up the drum set and it could hurt somebody. And they had to put plastic over everything. They had to grab the piano and move the piano, and then they had to.
Wow, we just lost your sound, LeeOlive. We just lost your sound. Okay, we just lost sound. Okay, we just got you back. Okay, thank you so much. We just got your sound back. So in any case, I'm Terri Wisdom. This is Harlem Network. I know that Ademola, he doesn't have a lot of time with us. So I'm gonna go to you, Ademola, and I want you to share what's happening at the gallery tomorrow. As I understand, there is a event which is happening tomorrow from 1 to 8. And it's, I believe, called the Harlem Week Experience. And it's at a new gallery right on Adam Clayton Powell Jr. between 122nd and 123rd. So
Well, it's actually Malcolm X Boulevard, Terry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's Malcolm X Boulevard.
Malcolm X Boulevard. I apologize. Okay.
Formerly Lenox Avenue.
Okay, Malcolm X Boulevard, formerly Lenox Avenue. Let's get it right. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the new gallery and the fact that you're a part of the exhibit, and if you can share some of the other artists that are going to be a part of this exhibit and how it all came about. Thank you, Ademola.
Well, I'm part of a larger exhibit being organized by a new, young, exciting curator called Jerome Downey. And he's organized this exhibition, as you just mentioned, tomorrow around the musical or jazz theme. And I'm not clear on all of the artists. I don't know their names, but because I've been invited and they're featuring some of my work, but I can tell you that it's there's an exciting, I caught a glimpse of some of the work, very exciting work by some great things. And the exhibit, as you mentioned, will be from 1 to 8 tomorrow.
Okay.
Which is a great time for Saturday because people are out and the weather's supposed to be pretty decent, a little hot. So just make sure that well, there'll be some water and refreshments there when you get to the gallery. And I'm going to be showing some vintage works, that I've done many years ago, but still they're still kicking, they're still vibrant. Good art never ages. It just, it keeps enlightening and keeps delighting people. And that's what you'll get there with my work, as well as some of the other featured artists that will be part of this exhibition. And I'm just very pleased. And of course, it's a musical theme, and I understand LeeOlive is going to be blessing us with her magnificent voice and music. So that's going to be a special treat for those who come by the gallery. It's at 246 Malcolm X Boulevard. It's right between 122nd and 123rd Street.
Okay, wonderful and fabulous. And Once again, I'm Terri Wisdom. This is Harlem Network News, and this is a great day in Harlem, as every day. And we do have our Harlem, what I'm calling Harlem Vanguard here today. Ademola, artists, LeeOlive, Kenny. It's a powerful thing, and I'm so glad that you all are going to be performing at the gallery, because I'm definitely going to make sure that I make it. I was supposed to get out there yesterday for Harlem Stage, and there's so much going on. We just have to really keep our prayers going, because it was raining and lightning right on 125th Street, but right on 135th, it was not. There was no rain. And I really, after walking, so be careful, everyone. After walking, I actually experienced what was like a heat stroke. So be very careful out there. Make sure you're hydrated. And we do want to send our prayers up for all of those who were struck by lightning yesterday on the beach in the Bronx, because that was just a tragedy. And the young man who was 15, we found out today passed away. So nature is no joke, okay? So we're going to go to you, LeeOlive and Kenny.
Okay.
And, if you would just share a little bit about tomorrow and how you're involved.
We're looking forward to it.
Cross-pollination. So thank you.
We're looking forward to it. And I have some information for you about the artists, because
Okay.
I happen to know two of them. I met Ernani, who's also going to be exhibited at l'Espace de Reve.
Oh, yes.
And he's a South American artist, and he has some very beautiful, lively paintings that do honor to the native cultures of several South American countries. The one he's from, which I'm not sure exactly which one it is, so I won't tell a story. But
From
I know
Brazil.
he's a South American artist. I met him about 5 years ago at an exhibition out in the Hamptons in Long Island.
Okay.
And he has daughters, and he's a family man, and he's been painting all his life, pretty much just like Ademola. And he's a very kind person, because I was all the way the heck out there in Long Island, and he drove me to Harlem, because he is in, I think, Mount Vernon or either the North Bronx. So he's a very kind person and a very good artist. And also, there's another artist that's being exhibited there that started his exhibition in July, but I guess because it was popular, they kept him up, and his name is Sage Gallen. And he is a rapper, as well as a writer, as well as a painter.
Exciting.
So his artwork is going to be shown. And then there's another young lady whose name I do not exactly know, but she has beautiful photographs of rare birds, plants, and scenes from Jamaica and the islands that are just exquisite. I mean, the color and the beauty of the things that God has made and put in nature is just amazing. Okay. And Kenny and I are going to be holding forth on the keys and the vocals and doing a couple duets even, and just going over ourselves and having a wonderful time, because like Ademola said, art to me and art to him is also like breathing. And since we're singers, we get to breathe in and breathe out and have our art just flow through us. So it's a wonderful process, and I hope that the people will be there, because we're playing from 2 to 5 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, at l'Espace de Reve, which means the place of dreams or the place of memory. And we will be.
Okay, we just lost your audio. LeeOlive, we just lost your audio, but LeeOlive was sharing that the gallery, I believe, opens at...
the gallery's open from 12 to 8, but we'll be performing from 2 to 5.
Okay.
Doing live jazz.
Okay. So once again, I just feel so honored to have you all on Harlem Network News, and to have you on Harlem Network News.
We're honored to be here.
Yeah, it's so powerful and so empowering, because this is what Harlem Network News is really about. We are the voice and the drumbeat of Harlem, and we are just trying to make sure that people are informed, because in many instances, what happens in Harlem, what really happens in Harlem for the people, is not often covered. And that's why we know that what we're doing here is so very important. If anyone is able, please donate to Harlem Network News. You can go to harlemnetworknews.com or reach out to us at harlemnetworknews@gmail.com, because this is how we stay on the air. It's really through patrons, through donations, and just from the sheer energy of the people. If you have a story or information, please let us know. If you're a writer, have video, all of those, because it takes a village to really keep things going. And I just want to share, because I know a lot of people are not even aware. We just came through a really incredible primary election. And the primary election in District 9 City Council really was not called until Monday. Okay, and it was the incumbent Bill Perkins, and then there is a new person, Kristen Jordan Richardson, and the vote was very, very close. And it was kind of like a blindsided thing, because Bill Perkins really jumped in the race late, and everyone really thought that Athena Moore and Cordell Clear were clearly going to be the winners. So, there's a lot going on in Harlem. We really need to stay vigilant. The Christian, she won the election initially by 104 points, and then, or 104 votes. And then there was a hand recount, and she won by 114 votes. Very slim margin. Now, Bill Perkins conceded. He said he's going to retire. But it's very, very concerning, because that district, which is my district, that is the Mecca. That is the center of Harlem. And I'm with our renowned author, James Baldwin. So goes Harlem, so goes the world. So we really have to understand that there is no disconnect between the vote. We're very concerned that developers and gentrifiers are going to push back behind this new candidate. So we must be conscious. We must be careful. I will have Kristen on the show. You need to meet her and make sure that our city council person is accountable for who we are and whose we are. So that's the end of my political spiel. I could go on, but I just want to make sure everybody knows what's happening. Everyone must know that our governor has resigned, Governor Cuomo, and that's a whole nother thing. There's a lot of mutiny on the bounty going on, a lot of political things happening behind the scenes. I'm not making a judgment. I know that Cuomo, did a lot of things for the city, but that was a quick, push for him to resign. So my concern is, with this resignation, with this new governor coming in, what about Harlem? That's my concern. What about Harlem? People are still, food insecure, medical insecure. The pandemic is re-raging itself. So my concern is, what about Harlem? Because we were in a rough situation before, we're in a rough situation now. So that's all I can say. Ademola, please share a little bit, because I know you don't have long and we're going to wrap up soon. But tell us about other things that are happening here with the, I know you said there's a new exhibition of the Weusi Gallery that was extended, other exhibitions that have recently happened, if you would share, because, yeah.
Well, firstly, I want to just reiterate what LeeOlive was talking about, which is Anani, who I've known for many, many years and has been an inspiration to me. He's a brilliant, and I don't use that word loosely, he's a brilliant artist, a lot of music in his work, very colorful, and he's very prolific, and he's an inspiration to me. By the way, he's from Brazil, South America, just to be clear. I've known Imani for many years. He is a beautiful brother. The Dwyer Cultural Center, of which I am one of the founders, along with Cliff Frazier and Vosa Rivers where we founded took us, 2 decades to get the resources and all of the things that are necessary to develop any type of real estate, but especially a building that we put up, which is 9 stories plus penthouses. And within that is the Dwyer Cultural Center, which opened in 2009. And we feature all kinds of wonderful things. Beside visual art, we have performances, lectures, forums. And within the performance genre, we have, of course, music. I think, LeeOlive, you've sang at the Dwyer Center. I remember seeing you doing a performance there years ago. And we also have concerts, film. So it's a full-fledged center that the 3 of us put together. And that has been closed for the pandemic, regrettably, but we plan to open full scale in 2022, early 2022. We just had a wonderful private event a week or so ago in one of my favorite art forms, which is belly dancing.
Wow!
So that was quite an adventure. It's a real high art form. Many of us don't realize what a high art form it is. So we had workshops, and then in the evening, the concert. It was really very well attended.
Where was that?
Wonderful event.
That was at the Dwyer Center.
Oh, wow. I wish I heard about that, because I have a friend who is both, listen to this. She is a teacher of art. She is a minister, and she was ordained at St. John and Divine. And she's a belly dancer all at the same time.
Wonderful.
And I would have told her, and she would have come. Her name is Oriola Makeru. She's in the Kemetic tradition.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And Ademola, where is the Dwyer Center? So
the Dwyer Center is on Ruby D Place, which is 123rd Street. We had the street was renamed in honor of Ruby D and Ozzie Davis, and it is unique in the sense that it's the only street that we're aware of in New York where the corner of 123rd Street and St. Nicholas is Ozzie Davis Way, running north to south, south to north, up from the Harriet Tubman brilliant sculpture right there at 122nd Street. And then along 123rd Street corridor is Ruby D Place. So named after those two pioneers and those two mentors for so many of us. It's 123rd Street between St. Nicholas and Frederick Douglass Boulevard, now known as Ruby D Place.
Okay.
And we will be opening in, and Terri, I hope that you'll have me come back on when we get ready to do some of those new programs. And the belly dancing was, it was a full day workshop. It was a conference, workshop, and performance, and it was just marvelous. And I wish, it was produced by a young woman named Brandy Haywood. So I'm sorry that she missed you on that mailing list, LeeOlive, because I know your friend would have loved it. But we will do it again, hopefully. Okay. And the Dwyer will be up and fully running, full-fledged running. Right now, there's going to be an exciting thing happening in September. A fabulous exhibition on the organized and curated by our operations director, Minerva Diaz. It's a very unique opportunity to see the evolution of her mother, who is from Puerto Rico. And this exhibition traces her from her being a little girl all the way up to being a great-great-grandmother of 7 great-grandchildren. Wow. And it is just a marvelous, marvelous experience. And that will be opening in September the 30th. So that's coming up. So put that on your calendar. And what we'll do, perhaps we can talk. Perhaps you can have Minerva come on. And
I would love it. I would love it. Yeah, because I just think once
a little more about that exhibition coming up.
Thank
So
you.
that's opening with a full series of exhibitions.
Okay.
And
Ademola's experiencing a little bit of a delay, but it's
kind
okay.
of events coming up early in 2022.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Terry.
no, I said there was a little bit of a delay in the sound, but I am Terri Wisdom. This is Harlem Network News, and we have had the honor of having Ademola Olugebefola on, a renowned artist, also one of the partners that developed the Dwyer Cultural Center, which is in the base of the Dwyer building. And we also have LeeOlive Tucker and Kenny. LeeOlive,
Yes,
can you hear me? Okay. You all are
I'm
doing
here.
a lot of, I know this is Harlem,
LeeOlive.
I know you all are excited, but you're doing a lot of back talking, so you gotta.
So sorry.
LeeOlive, you did perform at the Dwyer Culture Center. I've seen you on a number of occasions over the years.
I was there with Community Works. I was there with Harlem Arts Alliance.
Okay.
And you were on the walls at least 2 times for exhibition. I was there for the exhibition that also included Dinga McCannon.
All
and some
right.
of her works.
Yes.
And I have performed at the Dwyer Center, I would say at least 8 to 10 times.
I
in the
know
history of the Dwyer.
it. Yeah, because
I
seen you
was
a few
there
times.
when Christophe Pierre was doing the lights and the stage design before he passed away.
Well, you know, you mentioned Dinga. And
Yes, Dinga.
one of the things that I want the audience to know is that Dinga, who is one of our founding Way You See artists and founder of the Way We Have Black Women Artists co-op group.
That's right.
But Dinga is having her first solo show downtown opening September the 8th. So take a note on this. It's going to be at the Fridman Gallery, opening on September the 8th from 6 to 9 p.m.
Well,
and I
I'll
think
be
that's
sure and get in touch with
it's
her.
at 59 Bowery
She's
Street.
wonderful.
But that's going to be something.
Okay, well, thank you, Ademola. And one of the things, as I said, Harlem Network News, we have just started a newsletter that comes out twice a week. So one of the things that I now really think is going to be important to include in our newsletter is like a little calendar, you know, so that all of these things that are coming up, people can look back on, click it, you know, link it, and just make sure, because it's so important. We have so much talent and creativity happening here in Harlem, as we always have. And I mean, particularly in a time like a pandemic, just like it was in the Depression, art is so important. You know, it is the heart of the people. It keeps us balanced. And we really must support our artists, and the economic base of our community must be supported. Okay, we are talented, we are creative, but we have a lot going on. Okay, so it's very important.
Well, I want to say this to you, Terry. You're doing a very important job.
You're freezing.
Work here. Of course, you're a media person that was one of the pioneers on network, being an editor and a producer. But what you're doing with this program broadcast. So keep up the wonderful work. We need you.
Okay,
you're doing very. I saw your participation in the Exonerated 5
thank you.
that we're trying to install in Central Park.
Yes,
I saw that show that you did, as well as a few others. So keep up the wonderful work.
Okay, thank you. And I'm also ingrained in the community. I am a member, I would say a new member of Community Board 10, but now I'm getting a little bit more seasoned. It's been about a year. So art, as you mentioned, activism and art go together, especially for us as people of color. It is what has helped to bring us through. It is what has helped to sustain us. So we must ensure we are still here and still we rise. And that is what Harlem Network News is truly about. Everyone can also stay tuned, because at 3 o'clock today, I will be interviewing Marco Nobles, who is the director of Harlem Week, and talking all about the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. So we're all in together now. So if you'd like to have a few closing words, LeeOlive, we're going to end the program and just share a little bit more about yourselves and about some.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. You have always been a pioneer ever since the days of CTW, Children's Television Workshop. You have always been a light in the darkness here in Harlem. You've always given artists opportunities like myself to perform at your different venues, from your guest house to
Right.
Harlem Besame to being with you now on Harlem Network News. I salute you. I thank you for this opportunity. And I want everybody who is under the sound of your voice and mine and Ademola's and Mr. Kenny Smith to please come to the art gallery at 246 Malcolm X Boulevard, formerly known as Lenox Avenue, on Saturday between
Tomorrow.
2 and 5 for the jazz reception and between 12 and 8 every day for the next month to see the beautiful art that will be
All
up
right.
in the gallery.
Okay, thank you. Just amazing, and you'll be able to do it because it's Harlem Week. I know everybody's going to be out on 135th, and of course, you are going to social distance as much as you can. You're definitely going to have your mask on or your double mask because we want to assure that they're not coming for us. So let's stay healthy. Let's be well. Do what you have to do. I'm not weighing in on vaccination or no vaccination, but what I am going to weigh in on is health. I'm going to weigh in on that you need to make sure that you are taking your supplements or whatever, meditating, moving, dancing, whatever you need, praying, whatever you need to do to assure that you are holistically healthy. Get some of that buffered vitamin C, make sure you're taking vitamin D, get that saline, rinse that nose, feed yourself. These are some of the tools for health.
That's right.
Don't
Health is our greatest wealth.
Yeah, health is wealth. And on that note, we're going to close and also come out Holistic Harlem, which is Imani Scott and Johnny Flurry. They are having a holistic health fair on Sunday, which is kind of, collaborating with all the great things going on with Harlem Week. It'll be at the State Office Building. And I understand that they are honoring me for my work with Harlem Network News. So I feel grateful, I feel appreciated. And I also want to thank one of our sponsors, which is New Harlem Coffee. You can go to newharlemcoffee.com, purchase a beautifully packaged coffee. And also, if there are others who are interested in either donating or becoming a sponsor for Harlem Network News, that would be great. So it's a great day in Harlem, as every day. And I want to thank Ademola, and I want to thank Kenny, and I want to thank LeeOlive. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned. And 3 o'clock, we're going to pop up and we're going to speak with Marco Noble. So we have a lot going on. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And Brother Ademola,
Terri.
Brother Ademola,
and
it's
Kenny.
Lovely to see you. And please do me a favor.
Thank you.
Please give your number to Terri so she can give it to me so I can call you if that's okay with you.
Oh, absolutely.
I was trying to call you earlier today and I didn't have your number.
I got you.
Thank you.
Okay, Terri will give it to you. LeeOlive, I'm always delighted to hear from you, so I look forward to hearing from you.
Okay.
Right, dear.
Thank you so much.
Take good care. See you tomorrow.
Harlem Network.
Okay, y'all.
Blessings.
Okay.
It's been fun.
Okay. Yes.
And blessings.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.